Next on News Channel 3 at 5.
Learned that the suspect had been matched with physical evidence located at the crime scene.
A man is behind bars tonight, accused of raping a former UC Santa Barbara student. We're live with the very latest developments. Recent thefts in one area of Camarillo are impacting members of the military. Find out where. And Pope Francis is getting ready for his first trip as pontiff south of the border. We'll explain the controversy surrounding his visit. News Channel 3 at 5 starts right now.
Live, up and down the coast, from the beaches to the valleys. At 5, this is KEYT News Channel 3, where the news comes first.
We had a number of leads. There were a lot of tips that came in immediately following.
Well, finally, a major break in a 2-year-old UCSB rape case, and for the first time, we hear how investigators tracked down a suspect. It's our top story tonight at 5 o'clock. Good evening, I'm CJ Wood.
And I'm Beth Farnsworth. This rape was extremely violent, and for a while it seemed that the attackers would get away.
But tonight we are learning more about the evidence that led investigators to one of the suspects. News Channel 3 senior reporter John Palmentary joins us live from Isla Vista. And John, the man that's now in custody is a former student there.
And we are by the UC Santa Barbara track here where this violent attack occurred some 2 years ago. It looks a lot different now, we are told, than the overgrowth that was here back then in February of 2014. The suspect was arrested in Northern California after he was involved allegedly with dealing drugs in that area. His arrest and the identification was made possible through the investigators at UC Santa Barbara and the FBI. 2 years after a violent rape on the UC Santa Barbara campus,
We learned that the suspect had been matched with physical evidence located at the crime scene.
Daniel Chen, a former student now living in Northern California, had a run-in with the law recently and his DNA was taken. It matched the DNA at a rape location on the UC Santa Barbara campus. A female was taken to what was a brushy area by the track and raped by possibly 3 men in an attack that lasted hours back in February of 2014. Police Chief Dustin Olson said many agencies were involved in the investigation and the collection of evidence.
Most major crimes, and particularly with this case, again, from the minute that we found out or were notified of the incident, it was a multi-agency investigation.
Chen is 21 years old and he was arrested recently on felony drug charges. He is now in the Santa Barbara County Jail facing 4 charges, including rape by means of force, battery, and false imprisonment. This case is not over. The University Police Department is asking for anyone who remembers anything suspicious on the night of February 23rd, 2014, and what we are told is the campus side of Isla Vista or the nearby track and field area to come forward and talk to detectives.
If somebody has any information related to the incident, to the gentleman in custody, we really need your help.
This rape and other unrest in Isla Vista around the same time caused a high-profile negative image of the community. The police department says the tone now is different.
I think it's safer than it's ever been. So, I would tell the parents that your son and daughter are safe here.
You might recall recently there was also a lawsuit filed with connections to this case and some of the safety aspects at UCSB. It was filed against the UC Regents. The school has not commented on that lawsuit, and they're back in court shortly with a response. You might also recall this particular illustrated flyer that was all over UCSB and Isla Vista after the rape, and this may have been involved in helping to identify the suspect, Daniel Chen, that was recently arrested. Reporting live along the UCSB track this evening, I'm John Palmentary, News Channel 3.
Okay, thank you, John. Scary moments at LAX today. An American